Hello everyone. In this video, I'll show you one of the interesting blitz games I played in the Lichess. Here I have the white pieces and my opponent is rated around 1900. My rating is around 1840 something. And well, in blitz games, it's all about speed, maintaining and not blundering, and actually like evaluating positions as quick as possible. I know it's not that much like sensible to expect a very quality game, but still I believe that because as I have a little bit time shortages, I cannot afford to play longer classical games. For me, I found it to be really fun, and for me, chess is like hobby. It's not mainstream, so it suits my schedule. So I played mostly chess games, and the difference is that even if I'm playing the blitz games, I still want to learn. Every time I lose a game or win, I always try to see, analyze mistakes I did, and learn from it. And I believe this is important. In, even if you have a little bit time to spend on chess to learn and progress, because you will learn a lot of tactical subtleties that you encounter in your playing, and also openings, tricks. So here I go straight to the game, and I have the white pieces. So I put by e4, and he played e5, and f3, and f6, a bit of defense, and the usual knight takes. I expected d6 here, but my opponent decided to play knight c6, which is very good for me. I like open games. I can retreat the knight back to square, but no, I don't want to do that. I just want to take and have a open games in every for him and for me too. And so white to move. I have here a lot of options to play. And I decided to play the conservative way, and because I see that my hero is attacked the knight, so why not defend it, keep it. I could do it either with the knight c3, or I can do it with a pawn push b2. So either way, but d2 has a bad side of blocking this bishop, but it doesn't matter. I want to be conservative, so I decided to defend this pawn and have a solid opening. So here I'm also a pawn up in this, if you can a quick pawn count because of the sacrificed pawn here. Yeah. Yes, so here he played bishop c5. The story of the game. This is square. And throughout the rest of the game, we will see me defending this square, vital square, and black attacking this square. And to give you an idea, he has knight g4, putting another attack, and also this, putting a third piece to tackle this. So, anyway, I have seen this on this square. So even though I just continued normally bishop, because I expected that he would castle, and then I will castle too. But my opponent surprised me with this pawn push h5. So I think we are not going to have any normal games, and what is very interesting, that's why I wanted to share this game with you too. And here it's very sensible, like to get a little bit scared of the castling on the king side, because you don't know the situation in this side of the black king. Well, is he going to put up a further pawn push, and then going to swarm me on the castle to king side? So that's why I delayed the castling, and now the immediate problem I face in the situation is knight g4, which can be met by bishop takes, but then it will open this file, and this is very risky. If I'm gonna castle on the king side, it will give it a very easy attack by bringing the queen here, and then queen and castle combined can give mate. So I played h3, so stopping this knight g4 idea before I castle, and let's see what my opponent is going to reply. So queen d4, as I told you, putting the second piece on this weak square, f2 square. So what options do I have? I can, option 1, I can bring the bishop here. Option 2, bring the rook here. Option 3, castle, which I was hesitating to do anyway. So, but now I have immediate attack here. So let's see. Let's go through some of the options I have. Here I can play bishop e3, but the problem is this. But that can be made by this. Well, anyway, in the game it gave me a little bit scared, so I didn't play this bishop idea. Also, I didn't play the rook f1 because I don't want to lose it, still the castling privilege. So I decided to castle and check whatever attack he's gonna do. So let's see. So now black, you can see this one is defended, and the bishop queen, and if it brings the knight now here, I think I can take by the pawn. I don't think so. That is really quite so let's see what he did. Queen, of course, intending to bring the knight to g4, and then this can be taken by this, and then I have hard time defending by g3 because this is pinned. So my queen can take on g3 because of the pin on this diagonal on the king, and then straight mate in one. So this is a situation I faced. So what is the best move here? Well, after analyzing, I see that the best move actually is regarding c3, and then trying to defend to block this bishop idea. For example, if you put here, I have options, but not h takes g4. Now if knight g4 comes, and this is still bad. the game is over. So what to do if I played c3? What to do in this here? The best play here is bishop takes. Now d4, block this big diagonal, and the queen cannot because this line is not yet open. It gives me just that one move I need to block this bishop, save in time. Is retreat, because let's see if an attack on the queen is not going to be easy for him. For example, let's say he brings the queen here, mate here. He's not going to do anything. Okay. So here is where we were here. Bishop, queen retreats, and c3 was the best move, as I told you. And actually I didn't see that. And the other best move is in fact king h1, clearing from this pin. And if now here we just not take here, still this will result in the same mate, because of still discover check on here will result checkmate. So I played bishop e3 instead of c3, which was a mistake, because here the black bishop simply takes here. When I take here, he has this, because the queen if I take on h takes g takes h3, but here it's hard to see this in the game, so it's very reasonable to that black plays simply knight g4, and now the threat is queen h2, straight checkmate. So I have to take this knight one way or other, or block this diagonal. So which one is it? So taking with this again, this is still leads to mate. Take this bishop. I cannot take because of this mate on queen takes. Making use of this open file. Actually, the game went something similar to this. Let's go to the actual game. So knight here, and I played in this game. It should have been bishop takes, and bishop takes, knight takes, and dear bishop takes is queen takes. Then I can now take here because the queen is deflected from this diagonal, and then So the order was important here. So when he played here, not write first h text, which leads to the same problem that I showed, but the difference is taking with the bishop. Now there is because this h3 pawn is still there, so this is blocked and will give me time to take this, because then you cannot take this, of course the queen will be in price. So that's where we are. So here I should have played bishop takes, but it was hard to see, as you can see, the complexity of the tactics here. So I think e5 is also a possibility that I wanted to show you. Here, same idea. Now he cannot take the pawn. I mean, because of rook e1 and queen will be hanging. So let's go to the game. Actually, what happened here? I didn't play e5 here. This was the variation that was showing a knight. H takes. This was the continuation of the game. I take. That's how the game continued. Now I'm in trouble because I cannot take this pawn because of mate, and but the thing here is, the interesting thing here is like I'm not actually down a piece because I have already taken the knight here. So the bishop I lost here is compensated, so we are equal in material wise, but the only problem is positional. So he has this now, and here this is a, so he took here. This is the only move I have, because now I'm threatening pawn takes, and also this I can make by rook h1. So he goes here, and there's also here is he's now committed because there is no way other than queen takes for him to. Okay, so how should black continue the advantage? This is where what I'm giving you a question here, and I wish you could pause the video and think of the best move here, and because this is very interesting situation, and I hope you see that and try to evaluate the position. I can give you a hint. It's not the best move. It's something else. So what should the bishop move? Not this. This was the continuation in the game, but black had better move that would have kept the advantage, and consequently bring me to loss. But really, it's hard to say, but best move was bishop c1, because this can easily be, as in the game, defended by knight c3, and it's a really good game for me here this way. But here, bishop c1, I have hard time because I have to save the rook. This is forced. I have to play this a pawn. Takes. He's now one pawn up. This is forced again. More moves are forced. I have to defend the pawn on f2. I don't have any other move here, because if I come here, goodbye to my rook. So, and I cannot take by this. This is pinned. I can only take this way. And it takes back. Still there is a pin here, and he has a very pressing attack, defending c4 pawn, trying to be active. But this would have been the best continuation for black. But fortunately for me, it did not go that way. So he returned the bishop, attacking this pawn. I think even this would have been a better move for black, because this gained nothing. I just defended it. I just get one tempo, bringing the knight back to c3. But he get anyway his f2 pawn, but with a loss of 2 tempi, knight here and king on a better square, which leaves this file open for my rook. Now I have quite a strong threat here. Check. And this rook is stuck behind his own bishop. Gives me quite counter chances. Yes, this is forced. I believe here exchanging was the best for me, but anyway, I don't know what I should have been better keeping the rook, but decided to exchange and then here. Now it's about king pawns and the bishop in the same color bishop, king pawn indeed. So okay, yeah. Now I just go through most of the. Oops, there are not so much interesting. Okay, I'm just trying to place my pawns on the dark square because of he has a light square bishop. Yes, here is one move. Here is another dark squared. Yes. Yes. I'm putting almost all my pawns on dark squared. And this move was a mistake because he could have played. It has to because I left this diagonal now. this gives him a chance to play this. And now this pawn cannot be stopped because I'm stuck here. Anyway, he didn't see it. Because my move was first, he should have played bishop b3 and then push, and then this would have been good, but he just messed it up here. No, that was a mistake, because king can come and this pawn is not going to queen. Yeah, best move would have been whatever the king moves. We have another runner, and king is too far because you'll be stretched in two directions, and this would have been winning for black, but he didn't see that. Just move this thing because this is not going anywhere. Check. Yeah. So I had quite, but in this case, but you see, his black had quite so many chances to take the advantage, but he couldn't. So I guess it's fair for him that I lost on time on an equal position. But anyway, I feel really quite satisfied by this game. Even if I lost, it was quite such a fight, and I hope you appreciate the tactical complexities. I think let's go just overall in the opening. From the opening, it was here. Yes, it came here. I was afraid of he coming tonight. It was a mistake. I like, as I told, c3 and king h1 was the move here, but then, and he should take the bishop. Bishop takes, and this was really difficult to see, and this was a way to make the best of the situation, but he didn't. So here bishop takes is another mistake, but from me, and now he missed this king. Of course, this was taken anyway, even if he came here, threatening this. When I come here, he still take it anyway, but he was a pawn up, but it was not enough. It was quite such a fight, really. Here is the king pawn ending. This was a mistake for me. Yeah, it's really hard to save it. And the idea is, and cannot be stopped from squealing. Should have just moved this. Yeah, but I didn't. And that was the end of the game. For me, it was equal, but anyway, I lost on time. But anyway, I was really quite happy. And I hope you will give me feedbacks and comments. And I hope that I see you with another game and our openings. And thank you for your time. Bye.